Hi guys, this is Anna. Welcome back to my channel. Today I just want to talk about how I know 4 languages, and first one is Russian. It's because I was born and grew up on Russian Sakhalin Island, so my native language is Russian. During elementary school, I started studying English, and that's when I started getting interested in languages. After I graduated school and entered university, I chose Japanese language and culture course. That's where I started studying Japanese. And then during my third year of college, I went to Japan as an exchange student and I spent there 9 months. Initially, I supposed to stay there for about 1 year, but because it was after 2011 when a great earthquake happened, so I had to leave earlier. Uh, After I graduated university, I decided that I want to do my master's. And I was checking out all possible places where I can go. Eventually, I decided that I will apply for a scholarship, South Korean government scholarship, and I applied. By that time, I didn't know any of Korean language, maybe only like very basics like hi, how are you, I'm fine, thank you, and you. I only knew like English, Japanese by that time was very good because I studied it for 5 years at the university, and then almost 1 year I spent in Japan. And when I spent time in Japan, I passed N2 level of Japanese language exam. So I can say that by the time my Japanese was very good. It was second after Russian, I would say. Third one, it was English. And then I passed. I passed like 2 rounds. I got scholarship, and I went to South Korea, but it was not the finish line.
What?
Because I had to study Korean for 3 months only, and then after 3 months, I needed to pass topic level 3 at least, so I could enter university in South Korea. If I didn't pass topic level 3, I would have to go back to my hometown. That was one of the conditions. So I literally spent 1 month in the library, and then I could pass the topic 3 level, but just because I literally spent a lot of time with my Spanish Korean friend at the library. And after I entered university, I started learning Korean by myself because my master's program, everything was in Korean. And my major was political science, which was not easy because a lot of terminology that I didn't know. I think after second semester, it became more or less okay. But before that, I had to study really hard, not only political science, but also Korean language. So what I think helped me a lot in studying languages is that I really watched a lot of J-dramas at first, and then I watched a lot of Korean dramas and listened to K-pop music, and that helped me a lot because once you getting interested in like dramas or culture, K-pop culture, you automatically starting being like curious about what they say in a drama or in a song, what lyrics mean. And then I started translating it. When you translate it, then maybe not all, but something you still memorize. Also, you see the way how they talk, and then you try to copy it, which is really helpful. And actually, I started learning Korean, they told me that the fact that I already know Japanese would help me, but I think it really didn't help me that much. Maybe just some words were similar, like arriving, dochak, dochaku is very similar, almost the same. But because my first language is Russian, and Russian, like grammar, completely different, I think it didn't really help me a lot. So I still had hard times while studying Korean. I noticed that because I study Korean and I don't practice Japanese, because I didn't have any people who could speak Japanese with me during my study in Korean university. So my Japanese became worse, worse, and worse. So that's how it works. And then when you know and when you learn how to pronounce one word in one language, then sometimes when you need to translate it or you need to tell it to your friend who doesn't know that other language, you have difficulties because you don't know actually what is the word in the other language because you learned it in the specific language. For example, I learned that bitter gourd in Japanese is Goya, and first time I saw bitter gourd in Japan, so I knew that this is Goya. But then when I came to Malaysia, yes, I came to Malaysia after I done my master's and working for South Korea for 6 years. So I got an offer in Malaysia. So when I came and I saw Goya here first, I had no idea how it will be in English or even in Russian in my native language because I have never seen Goya in Russia. They simply don't eat it because it's not there. I don't know, maybe in my region there is no Goya, maybe in other regions there is. So it's like always very very funny and very interesting how you just think that you know four languages, but then at the same time you have really a lot of difficulty translating it because you know that word in that specific language, so you can't really translate it. You have to use translator. But still, if I have a chance, I would study one more language, maybe Spanish or French. I'm just afraid that I'm gonna forget any other language that I know. Even my native language, like Russian, I thought you can't forget your native language, right? Because that's like how you speak from when you were born. So no way you can forget how to speak in it. But then when you spend a lot of time abroad, when you speak your native language only with your friends, only with your family, and this is just like very very basic one, and all words most of the time repeat. So once you need to like give a speech or do something even in your native language, you realize that you forgot everything. And then when you speak, you're like, word, yeah. So yes, this is like what it's the truth. That's why we all need practice, and we all need to watch movies, read books in different languages that we know. I have a friend, she's ethnically Russian, but she grew up in Germany from when she was 5 years old. So basically, she's a German native speaker. Her second language is Russian. Then she knows English and Korean. She has 3 siblings. Her sister also knows Russian and also knows English. So in order not to forget those languages, to practice, every day they speak different language. For example, today they speak Russian. Tomorrow they speak English. The day after tomorrow they speak Russian. Just like this, so they don't forget languages and they still communicate well. I'm not sure if this video is going to help you, but just the story of my life. And thank you for watching, and I see you next time. Bye bye.